It is the time we have all been waiting for. Amulet got some nice, juicy options. This has me pumped. This has me pumped. This is probably like the best card in the entire set as far as Amulet goes, or Amulet boosts go. Very, very interesting card. Super excited to try it out. Step number 1 of this saga comes into play as your land, and immediately it can tap for colorless. Second, Urza Saga gains 2 and you tap it to create a colorless construct. Number 3, you search your library for an artifact, we convert this mana cost 0 or 1. You put it onto the battlefield. Straight onto the battlefield. Yep. So now your Primeval Titan can not only get some amulets into play, but remember Field of the Dead? Remember Field of the Dead? Yep. That card was kind of messed up, right? This is a fixed version. Let's call it a fixed version of Field of the Dead. But pretty interesting nevertheless. Changes are in order when we have access to such reliable amounts of amulets. So I added one more bounce land. In fact, I was watching a tweet by Dom Harvey where he was playing a list that was playing 4 castles and like I think it was like 11 bounce lands or something like that, like a lot of bounce lands, which makes a lot of sense because now we have access to 8 amulets. So I think that the idea of the expedition map makes a lot of sense, particularly because it allows your Urza Saga to, in an encounterable way, get access to Cavern of Souls against control. You go turn 1 Saga, turn 2 makes a dude, turn 3 you get your expedition map gets Cavern of Souls. Then there's nothing your opponent can do about it. So I think that the 1 expedition map is going to be great, but I also think that Cavern of Souls is going to be very important right now. Lots of control decks out there in the format, so love a good expedition map indeed. So more amulets, more bounce lands mean that Azusa becomes even better, so we're going up to a 3rd copy of Azusa. And besides that, nothing else really is changing from the main deck. As far as the sideboard, we're trying out another spicy new one. Endurance, 1 green for a 3/4 flash reach. When it enters the battlefield, up to 1 target player puts all the cards from their graveyard on the bottom of their library in a random order, and you can invoke by exiling a green card from your hand. So this is basically free graveyard hate and free mana-wise, of course. Like it costs you a card, which is not free, but like it's free graveyard hate and free mill hate. So also you can pack for it. Pretty strong what you can pack for it. Besides that, we have like a very, very small, tiny little package that we can find with Urza Saga. 1 copy of Thomas Script, 1 copy on Python Needle. Very, very small package, but probably worth it. And then in the sideboard, we're playing the utility lands that we don't have room for in the main deck. I luck sacked the Yavimaya, so we're also trying Yavimaya here as well. And you're gonna see that there's no Khalni Garden. That was the land that, we have to honor our fallen heroes, but Khalni just wasn't cutting it any longer, and it was time for Khalni to go. Very, very excited to try this list out though. So we're gonna fire off a league right now. If you're enjoying the content, or if you don't know whether you're enjoying the content just yet, wait until the end and hit that subscribe button and that like button, and I will see you in the next round, the first round. It is time to go, folks. Sure, let's keep this hand. Not the best hand I've ever seen, but we have more amulets now, so what's up, Silac? Everything's going great. Just trying to get it dead, older than Dredge, because I keep losing new cards. Wizards hate some fair decks. Do they though? Let's play this first. Because I can fetch for I can fetch for a breeding pool. Unclear whether we want to play out the T-West or not just yet. I guess we don't, because we can transmute it with things to Dryad, so we don't want to play a Dryad. We don't want to play the T-West. Never mind. Just gonna get a Cavern of Souls. Wait, am I getting Cavern of Souls or am I getting Urza Saga? If I get Saga, I will get a couple of 3/3s for my trouble. Well, I'm definitely not getting Castle. Not against my opponent's counter spell deck. I'm either getting Cavern or I'm getting Saga. Let's just get Cavern, because it's just Saga is gonna be too slow. Like Saga gives me a way towards Cavern, but it's a little bit too slow, and I want to make sure that if I want to like just slam a Titan, I can. That's basically like not drawing a card. I think I'm playing this out and naming Giant. So I guess I can just play this as Urza for free. Like if my opponent wants to use a counterspell here, that's fine. That's a counterspell that they're not using on my Summoner Spect. Which are new cards? Exclamation point deck or exclamation point deck list. Steal my Amulet. Sure, I guess. Let's do this now. If they have Cryptic, we're in trouble. But I think it's way too important to resolve that. That's an odd choice. No, that's the correct choice. I mean, I guess the correct choice is to draw 2, actually. Never mind. The correct choice is definitely to draw 2, but... Please don't have a Cryptic. Hey, that's not a Cryptic. Nice. Nice. Just bounce the T-West here. We're gonna get to resolve prime time. And then I think it's gonna be quite important. I guess that they could have subtlety or like whatever the blue thing is. I kind of want to get Urza Saga here. What if I get double Saga? Let's actually get Slayer, Stronghold, and Saga. Because then we can use the Dryad to fix our mana. No, I don't think that. I think that having access to Stronghold is important. Yes, Evokite. But I think that my opponent was tapped low, and I don't think my opponent's ever getting to tap any lower than that, and I can force the Titan through. And I think that accepting that I lose to Cryptic Command seems fine, with the caveat that my opponent needs to have it exactly on that turn, and then I have a guaranteed Primeval Titan to resolve. It's a risk assessment. I deem it worth it, and I think that the upside is high enough that it's worth for me to do that. Feel free to disagree. Feel free to disagree, but I think that it's worth it for me to go for that. I think that the upside is high enough that it's worth it for me to do that. Is it not to fix green mana? Well, yeah, it fixes green mana, and it makes your castle a little bit easier to work with. ¿Qué le crees tú usando? No tengo idea. Los compré hace bastante tiempo. Table creatures, draw a card. Okay. So what I can do here is I can make 1, 2, 3 to play a Urza, make a 2/2, play a bounce land, replay Saga. Seems fine to me. Is the Maya Fairy Bloodman? No. It's the same as Urborg. I think I don't care about damage, really. Though it's quite possible that my opponent's just gonna Wrath here. No, if there's a Blood Moon and you play Yavimaya after there's a Blood Moon in play, Yavimaya is just a mountain. There are no timestamps. Just Blood Moon beats Yavimaya. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what happens first or second. Blood Moon just beats Yavimaya. Discard 2. That sucks. Cryptic sucks here. Oh, Verdict. Okay. Can make it Udon end step. What's up, Evan? Bounce my Dryad. So if they have Snapcaster here, that's a problem. We're out of T-Wests. Jeez, the Mile Sculptor better than Gnome. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. So now we trigger on the stack. Let's make another one of these. Expedition map means that we can find another one. Here's a Dryad. Who knows, Flash Panda? Who knows? So attack Jace. Do you have the push? They do have the push. Crack map. Get another Saga. Play Saga. Things are not looking good. My opponent has had an active Jace for a couple of turns already. And now they're gonna play Fairy. Yep. I guess I can find a Primeval Titan. Because Primetime would actually give me... Primetime would actually give me enough value that I can just keep up with the value that my opponent is getting here. It's not ready to back it up yet. Expedition mapping Titan. This is Titantron 2.0. That's a way to put it. Well, I guess I don't want to auto F6 to that. I'm gonna attack the one that I can kill. We probably just have to main phase this back now. Could have counterspell. Should I prepare the set of Urza Saga? You should do whatever makes you happy. All I can tell you is that if you're thinking of doing something like that, you should use my TCG Player affiliate link to support the stream. Force of Negation is brutal. I think I need to keep the pressure up, so I'm just going to play my land here. We're gonna get an Amulet with this. I was thinking about resetting the Urza Saga, but I think that we just don't have enough time to do that. I need to make sure I can set up another dude next turn. We can get one with trigger on the stack though. which is not nothing. I don't know how much they are in paper. I know that, yeah, this is just unreasonable for this card. Near mint foil. Yeah, I'm not about that life. They were 20s. Yeah, that's 20 seemed like a lot actually. Gross. Yeah, usually cards in the US are more expensive than they are in Europe for whatever reason. I think that now we are in garbage time. But I am learning, you know, about the cards that my opponent has access to, so I don't know, maybe I'll get to see a subtlety or something, and then I know that I have to play around that next game or some, you know. Keep pretty good. I mean, the cards are taking our money to eventually ban the card anyway. Not cool. That's the way to look at it. They left the card on top, so I have to assume that whatever that is, they have an answer for it. Next game. Okay, so I want. These seem good. That seems good. And that seems good. That can go. One of these can go. Cut these grazers. Seems good to me. How I've been to Europe, is that where I met my wife? No, I met my wife in college. I have been to Europe though. Needle? Yeah, okay. Like that seems like a fine tutor target. Yeah, you're right. Like it seems better than the Grazer. Well, game 3 that is, I guess. Keep. I think I'm not gonna lead on Urza's Saga. It's kind of cute that I get to Vesuva my Saga. That's pretty funny. Where did I go to college? I went to Berkeley, but the music school, not UC Berkeley. So I think we go turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 Saga. Because this means that on turn 3 I just get a free construct. And then turn 4 I can do the same. The one in Boston with John Mayer, yeah, the one in Boston. John Mayer wasn't there though, but I guess that using Vesuva doesn't really make sense here. I'm just gonna get a couple of 3/3s, I think. I play drums. Whatever. This is my main phase, so I just get to tighten them. Sounds good. This is fucked up, by the way. What just happened is absolutely unreasonable. What just happened right now is not okay. What just happened is not okay. Damn. Damn. Wow. Jeez. Whew. Can't keep this hand, unfortunately. Because we can keep this hand. It's not great. We gotta send Bojuka Ball because these are only ATB untapped land. Turn 1 basic planes. Sure. Let's get the bounce land out of the way. Imagine this is gonna get countered. That's fine. Why is Yabimaya good in this deck? You're seeing the exact case of why Yabimaya is good in this deck. You're literally seeing it right here. So if this gets countered, we don't get the extra land drops, I'm gonna have to play out the castle, which is really awkward. They draw 2. Wow. Well, that's good for me. So now we're gonna have options here. Let's attack first. Gonna see if opponent does anything. They don't do anything. Okay. Now we play land. And we play bounce land. Target them. I'm still not doing anything because my opponent... I didn't boost here. They gust. And this is exactly why I did this in the order that I did this. If my opponent has counterspell, so be it. But if they don't, we get to start pulling ahead. And again, like, it's not like they could have Mana Leak that I'm playing around, right? They just have counterspell. So like counterspell is gonna be good eventually. There was the possibility of just like taking the turn off. Yeah, this seems just fine. A gust seems fine. So I play this, bounce this, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I can double spell next turn by doing this. Am I playing FNM this weekend? No. Gust is fine. Imagine saying that 6 months ago. Yeah, I mean, but having my opponent use the gust seems fine to me, right? What are they gonna do here? Draw 2, probably. I guess that if they have... I was gonna say that if they have another Esper Charm there and they discard 2 more would have been better, but... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the way we're gonna do this, and it's gonna be really awkward. So I'm gonna leave white floating. We're gonna Dryad. Opponent lets it resolve. Then we do this. Opponent doesn't do anything. Great. Now we transmute. Oh, wait. Did I fuck this up? I didn't fuck this up, right? No, I did. Cool. Blue, blue, transmute, go get Cavern. Name Giant. If they have Esper Charm number 2, we probably lose the game. But if they don't, seems like we're gonna be in good shape. And there were a lot of details there. Like I figured out my mana situation a couple of turns ahead. Like I made sure that I had enough mana so I could set up a situation where I could Dryad plus Primetime, or I could also Dryad plus Transmute. Like there are a couple of things there that could have been easy to miss, or like to not quite maximize, but that's the beauty of Amulet. That's the beauty of Amulet. Once you like, you just start to think in advance. That's really awkward, actually. That's very, very annoying, because now... Now they have Snapcaster, Gust, my prime time, Snapcaster, Bounce Snapcaster. We're gonna have the same turn again next turn. That's really annoying. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty annoying. Control becomes from rolling me down the blue red prowess. Do you think Reclaimer Titan will be the way to go? Seems like fetching Cavern is key to the matchup. Yes, you are right. I don't know. I don't know how busted Urza Saga is gonna be. Like it's looking pretty solid here, if I may say so. So now my opponent is gonna cast double Time Walk. I don't think I can realistically play around. Esper Charm, so I'm going to ignore Esper Charm. Bog them? Well, I can't. Also, they plus, so I guess that they have another Snappy. I guess they have another Snapcaster. Because otherwise they would have minused. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they either have another Snapcaster or they have another Aether Gust. Or not. Okay. What's up, Arkan? Did they just not see the line? I guess they just didn't think about bouncing their own Snapcaster. That's crazy. Yeah, like we just get a Saga and now it just chills, right? Next turn we get a free creature. What's up, Levi? One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello. Am I just getting 2 Sagas here? I think I'm just getting 2 Sagas here. Like, Saga just seems so strong here. We have a couple of options here. Because I could make a token and then activate Stronghold on that. I think I'm going to go for the Prime Time because they can push the token. This one, they can probably only Guile or they can tap. Those are the only options. Is this a new Field of Death? It's making a pretty strong case for Field of Death impression, honestly. Got the push. No push. That's not a fatal push. I think I'm going at the fairy. Since I can't kill them. Oh, I actually... No, I couldn't have killed him, so that's fine. I kind of want to Vesuva my Stronghold. Which is going to give me a ton of options. Saga is not legendary. Just reset Saga here. I guess I'm just gonna bog them. Because I can't make the token right now, so. But now I can double haste. Two different things. Opponent can get rid of my prime time. Whatever. We just kill them with some random constructs. This is Field of the Dead. This is just Field of the Dead. This is insane. You know what's even better? My opponent can't even... That's funny. My opponent can't even Cryptic Tap. Think we'll follow Mr. Sino. So this is the first one. Let's make a dude. Here's my 2/2. Can I attack, please? Cryptic tap and draw, you say? Cryptic tap and draw, you say? Okay, that resolves. I am going to make a token. And I'm going to make another token. I would like to haste that token. And I would like to haste the other token, please. Cryptic tap, you say? Tell me another one, opponent. Tell me another one. Down to 2 we go. I kind of want to reset one of these sagas. What happens if I reset this saga? I'm 1 mana short of killing them, which is really unfortunate, but it's fine. 1 mana short of killing them. I don't think I could have sequenced my stuff in a different fashion, though. I know, because my opponent counters the Dryad. They counter tap. So I did not have lethal with Dryad. In order for my opponent to do the stuff that I did, like my opponent gets value from their counter spell. I think that we just pass. So we force them to have a Wrath right now. Which maybe they could. We still have one Saga left, and we still have one Expedition map. They draw 2. Opponent is desperate. Even if they Wrath, that just doesn't do it. Even if they Wrath, it still doesn't do it. Okay, so they have another Cryptic or like Snapcaster. Some way to not die here. Expedition map. Amulet. Go to combat. Choose modes. In response. Wow, I could have packed it for Endurance. I totally didn't think about it. I still think this line is better. But I could have packed it for Endurance there if I wanted to. It's kind of cool. My lands did this, chat. My lands did this. My opponent has disconnected. They did not appreciate what just happened over there. See you for the next round. Starting up hot. Yeah, I'll keep this. Couple of lands away from primetime mana. Please give me some lands. No lands. I'm the unluckiest. That draw slaps though. Can't complain about that one. Take 4. Take 4. Go. How dead do we think that my opponent thinks they are? How dead do we think that my opponent thinks they are? Take 2. More sagas. Oh no, I stacked the triggers wrong and now I don't get my mana? Oh wow. Like it's still fine, but holy shit, mistakes were made there. Almost punished. If such a thing as being punished existed, of course. That's an interesting thing to keep in mind though. How to stack your triggers does matter. My opponent is in the business of making me do it. Grazer's totally feeling it. Grazer is totally feeling it. Grazer out there, like, put me in, coach. I gotcha. I gotcha, coach. Sunhome. Tomorrow West, whatever. Okay, now we can see it. Why am I making you buy any coffee? I'm not making you do anything. You're just doing what you think will bring you happiness. That's all that you're doing. Just making what you think will bring you happiness. Can we talk about how Foundation Breaker kills Eidolon without me taking any damage? Is that sick or what? Is that sick or what? Sadness goes on the stack. Okay, happiness resolves. Yeah, I guess it's awkward, but I have to send the castle there. What's up, Death Penalty? How's it going? Turn 1, spike you. I can't lose here. So this just nets me more mana. We have a Suva in the deck, so that's fine. We get to play our own path, which is neat. Play this. Bring Pact. Sunhome. No, not that one. The Suva Border Scaries. My opponent says, is this a legendary triple titan? I'm like, no, because I would die to both, so let's just not do that. Nice bait, though, opponent. Nice bait, though. I appreciate the hassle. I appreciate the hassle, for sure. Yeah, can't blame them from trying. Can't blame them. That was just Amulet doing Amulet things. That was nothing really special that happened that game. See you for the next one. I have been known to get greedy. All right, round number 3. Keep. Land number 1. Land number 2. Saga number 3. We have uncounterable triple Amulet Titan. If I sequence like that. So I have to play Saga as my second land. So we gotta play Saga as the second land. So let's do this. Think about it. Follow red 7. Do you think Saga goes in those Reclaimer Titania list? Doesn't seem right to me, but Saga does seem strong. I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward. Like, look at the card. Does the card do anything? Yes. Then play it. Does the card do nothing? No, then don't play it. And I think in the Titania decks, the card just doesn't do anything. So that tells me that my opponent has another... That just tells me that my opponent has another Thoughtseize. Honestly, it's... Or they have an answer to this Amulet. Or they have an answer to this Amulet. Is my opponent playing just Boomer Jund? Is my opponent booming over there? One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that did slow us down. That did slow us down. Lily. Here's a 1/1. Here's a 2/2. Here's a 3/3. Casually put 6 power into play off of my land. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I think I'm actually discarding Dryad here, which seems crazy, but... Too easy. Too free! Game is too easy. Wizards, please nerf. Watsy, we've had enough. We've had enough, Watsy. We've had enough. We want these. Definitely one bog. Caverns can go. I'm legit thinking about this card. Instant speed 3/4. Shuffle away Croxa. I don't think we go Piety Needle. This also clocks. Ashiok. This card spells very good here, obviously. I don't think Piety Needle is worth it. My opponent has call against commands and shit, so. I think Piety Needle is cute, but I don't think it's worth it. Croxa. Can we just, I mean, are we really just talking about cards, banning cards? Are we really just talking about cards, banning cards in chat on day 2 of the format? Like, is that, are we for real here, chat? You're better than this, come on. Come on. Let's chillax for a second. This card is already banned. I'll start writing them up for you for 5 tickets, yeah. It seems just slightly premature, I would say. I love how my opponent gets to see what's gonna happen to them. Boop. Boop. Castle is so good, man. Castle is just so unreasonable. Opponent's got some fight in them. I respect it. Respect it. Force of Despair, Pog. Yeah, I mean that would be me pretty good. See you for the run number 4. All right, welcome to run number 4. It's hand slaps. I am not muted right now. Sounds great. Opponent keeps 7. Were you trying to debate me, Bracer? I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Lol. Alright, what do we got there? Some prowess action. Alrighty. Low-key, not a bad draw, because this effectively is a Radiant Fountain, because I didn't have to take 2. So we just drew a Radiant Fountain proxy there. That's fun. What's up, Croxy? It has felt very, very good so far. Urza Saga, that is. It has looked very, very impressive. Like, really, really impressive. Please don't have Stormwing Entity. Pretty please. They have nothing? How do they have nothing? Well, that's just... We're just adding insult to injury at this point. We are just adding insult to injury at this point. Let's bounce this. There goes the busted card. Yeah, that was a pretty solid second turn, huh? I would call it above average. The reason why I left this in play, first of all, I can get a hit on land drops because of the Grazer, and I still have Titan Man next turn. But the reason why I left this in play, it's because I can use Vesuva to haste the Titan next turn. I guess now that gives me even more flexibility. So we haste, and yeah. Can I? So we cast Primetime. We're 1 mana short of playing a Dryad. So we can't play a Dryad. What we can do is we can play a Dryad post-combat. So we can swing for 8 and... we get... yeah, there's a lethal line here for sure. So we get Boros Garrison plus Valakut. We haste Titan, swing for 8. We get... oh, I'm gonna need a green source. Valakut plus... and then we get... of the attack tree with Valakut plus fetch. Valakut, bounce land. We can get double bounce land. Double bounce land. So Boros plus Simic. We bounce this and the Boros. We have a Simic untapped. We attack. We get Valakut, Valakut. Then we packed... no, we can only deal 6. So I guess it's not actually lethal. So we can't set up lethal here. So since we can't set up lethal, is there anything that's better for us? Like, for example, gaining life. Valakut in play, attack. Oh, I guess that it, you know what may be better actually? For us to get a bounce land and a fetch. If we get a bounce land and a fetch, we get to kill their dude and then we can prevent any sort of hasty shenanigans going on. So that's probably the best line for me. We're gonna have to pay for 2 pacts, however, which we're gonna be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, fairly easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Oh, we could have packed it for Gracer. That's true. I mean, we can still do that. And I guess that we can't. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Packed in for Gracer. Yeah, you're right, House. You're 100% right. I knew that there was a lethal line there. I just knew that there was lethal somewhere. Field deal. Thank you for the follow. It just felt like lethal, you know? You know when it just feels like it's lethal? You can smell... You can smell the lethal. We did have lethal pre-combat too? Did I have lethal pre-combat? I guess if I play the Dryad first... Okay, what are we doing here? Caverns out. Gracer's great. Visual effects. Thank you so much for the prime sub. Second month in a row. Good job and keep up the content. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't really want to cut pacts though. Map can get Forest and I don't think my opponent has a Bloodman. No, I was thinking that he can get Radiant Fountain, he can find me a Titan. Sounds great. This hand is great. They got Alpine. I really don't care about Alpine Moon. Alpine Moon is unplayable against Amulet. Alpine Moon is really, really bad against Amulet. Yeah, Wildfire is probably their best option, and it's still pretty bad. Hey, got him. The mind games, the mind games. So what I was thinking is that if I block there, my opponent has a really clean Lava Dart. And they just kill the Gracer with a single Lava Dart. So I can extract more value from this Gracer. Like for example, blocking a humongous Stormwave entity. So Titan is our best draw at this point, but we can always transmute for it if we need to. Here's the Triad. And I think I'm playing the Simic. The reason for that is that if my Dryad dies, we still can transmute next turn. When I'm so the blue red deck not playing light up the stage anymore. Yeah, you get to like play around that kind of stuff that just happened. Why do they have a sketch version of Urza Saga when the main art is also a sketch? I don't know. It's a sketch and a sketcher. There's layers of sketch. A good start. That's a good start for my opponent's turn. Strong start. It would be awesome to draw a Primeval Titan, I tell ya. I'm so unlucky. I'm basically the unluckiest. We also don't have an amulet. Confirm the unluckiest. That's rough. So unless we find a Primeval Titan or a Dryad off the top, I think that this is probably gonna be too much for us. I think if we find either one of those cards, I think we're gonna win. But if we don't find either one of those, I think that my opponent is gonna be able to set up lethal over 2 turns. I guess I could find like a Dismember in before the spell. The spell would be very good. The spell would be very, very good. Probably unbeatable. Deep in the tank about this expressive iteration. Super deep in the tank. This card is very good. Yes. This card is what Abundant Harvest wishes it were. Surprised you're playing 29 lands in this version. Seems like you can cut lands another 4 cycles, CMI, or what are the cuts? I'm playing 34. I'm playing 34 lands. What are you talking about? Okay, so they 100% have this spell, but I can't play around it because like they chose to let a Lava Dart go. So wait. What's going on? Vapor Snag? Vapor Snag? So I guess we're gonna do Garrison plus Radiant Fountain, and we're just gonna cross our fingers really tight. The Stream Decker doesn't have new H2 cards, so it's not showing the 4Gs or the IMA. Oh, well, there you go. CBL is missing the Yavimaya, but it has Urza Saga. That's so random. That's such a mess. So I guess I'm taking it here. When it doesn't have out for the sagas, that's funny. I mean, it makes sense. Like those kind of programs really prioritize arena. So in a way, it kind of makes sense that they would not really update the cards immediately. They do have Vapor Snag. Okay, so I guess we don't really have any choices here. So Arves hasn't felt good. I tried it in a different deck and it felt bad. Maybe it's good in Amulet. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. But in green-white, it was not good. Which was quite disappointing. We get here 6, 10. We are dead to any spell. They of course have you jack. Yeah. Changes. Not really. I think I'm gonna bring in the Endurance just because I want to try it out. Like, I'm not sold that this card is good. It's very likely that it isn't. It's very likely that this card is not good, but... it's Foundation Breaker. It's a strictly better Reclamation Stage for our purposes. Speculative Hand. We're gonna need some help with this one. We're gonna need some help with this one. We're gonna... Saga is gonna leave before we get to do too much with it, unfortunately. If we find a bounce land though, the game is just over. I guess it's not even that good now that you think about it. No, it's fine. I mean, I guess that one bounce land would just fix our mana problems. And I took out the expedition map, god damn it. And I took out the expedition map, god damn it. And I took out the expedition map, god damn it. So now I am blocking because I have the answer to the dude. Land, please. Land. Give me your energy, chat. Give me your energy. Yes. Now we have infinite mana, yep. Sounds about right. Here's this card. We can pay this member for the full cost here. So we just have to find a Primeval Titan, or... I think I'm just gonna dismember this thing right here, right now. Because it makes my opponent's spells that much worse. Float. Black. Black. I'm not gonna play around Mana Leak. I guess I can do Mutagenic plus Spell, but then this is member gain me a ton of life. I got no more place, opponent. I am playing around Mana Leak, but I don't think my opponent has Mana Leak in their deck, so there's that. Counter spell. We are playing counter spell in blue-red prowess. Well, that seems a little bit sketch. Seems a little bit sketch. Seems a little bit sketch. I'm attacking with one of these dryads, by the way. In case you're wondering what's about to happen, I'm about to attack with one of these dryads. What's up, Falidu? Turbane? One of these dryads is about to feel frisky. No way they have counterspell number 2. I feel like the chances of them having counterspell is above 90%. Well above 90%. Well above 90%. Well, this Saga lets us play Carnage without actually playing Carnage Creator. I mean, it's different, obviously, but it's a funny way to put it. So my opponent right now is about this. It's just like this, for example. Well, I was gonna say my opponent is like an open book, and I'm reading it like this, but I couldn't find another book. I'm sorry. I didn't have the necessary elements to make stupid jokes in this stream. 100% blocking with this Gracer here. The freest block of my entire life. The freest block of my entire life. What do I think about Amulet with MH2? I think it's good. Pog. So where's the percentage of chance that my opponent has counterspell over there? Did they say above 90? At this point, I'm putting them on 98%. 98% that my opponent has counterspell. In before surgical extraction, right? Counterspell seems really bad in Blue-Red Prowess. Thank you for the follow, Yogs Band. Feels good, man. It does feel good. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, it does feel good. I'm too lazy to continue comboing here, so I'm just gonna go for... Just gonna go for this. I shall choose your face. Thorno. Too much on the line. Too much on the line for this. The very, very last match of this league. Saga. Turn 2, Castle. Turn 3, we get Amulet. We're 1 mana short. I'm still going to be keeping this hand because I think it's pretty good. But oh. Well, I guess we're dead now. I guess we're dead now. Damn it. Flew too close to the sun. B1, thank you for the follow. We flew too close to the sun. God damn. Healy or Ponza, it doesn't matter. Both of them are horrible matchups for us. Maybe it's upheaval garbage. I like your positive thinking, Arkan. I like your positive thinking. Feel like having a Saga on turn 1 with no Amulet in the opening hand is faster or slower than no Saga? Well, I mean, it finds me the Amulet that I'm missing, right? Oh, it's Ponza. Well, we have no shot. We're just dead. They can play the dragon here. Ugh. I didn't know that it just straight up blew up my land. That's messed up. Can we even raise this? I don't think we can raise this. Why did they put Bloom in their upheaval deck? Upheaval moon combo. Ha 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 ha. Alright, Foundation Breaker, it's your time to shine, baby. It is your time to shine. This kind of hand just makes me so sad. Whoa. Ash, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate the support. How is it going? Oh, man. This is brutal. Thank you so much for the dono. Let me know later what you'd like to see. We can obviously make that happen. Why Tormod's over Cage? Because you can transmute for Tormod's Crypt and you cannot transmute for Cage. We probably can't beat another pillage. We probably cannot beat another. We cannot beat a Bloodmoon probably. For sure, and it's been going well. Hope you've been doing so well. Doing well myself. Can't complain. Can't really complain. Well, I mean, I could probably complain right now, but... I guess I can draw exactly... No, I have no draws. I have no draws. Like, because even if I find fours... damn it, now I can't pack it up. Ugh. So I'm waiting for Cage, a real thing though. Can you just use Bog usually? Cage helps. Neo Run, Storm, and Yogg. Well, first of all, Tormod's Crypt is significantly better against Storm by a very large amount. By a very, very large amount. Second of all, yes, it comes up. Cage is just not that good of a card. It doesn't do anything against Living End. It gets answered and it gives you no value whatsoever. There are many, many bad things about Cage. What am I even doing here? Like I'm thinking, like they have a card. I can't beat this thing. Let's just move on. All right. Couldn't quite get there. This is after all a 4-1 stream, but we got paired against one of our worst matchups, and it is how it goes sometimes. It does feel like our deck is made even worse against Ponza. Like I had actually been beating Ponza every other time. Because all of the other versions of Amulet that I had been testing are actually significantly better against Ponza specifically. So Reclaimer Amulet, even the Learn Amulet version actually gained a lot of points against Ponza specifically. But Ponza seems just like straight up unwinnable for this deck. Like it's just not close. It's just not close, and I don't think it's really worth doing anything. Like we just saw how much raw power level this card has. And yes, this is obviously just, it was embarrassing against the Ponza deck. Now even knowing that even knowing that this just like dies to a Blood Moon, I would not be surprised if like the proper thing to do against Ponza with their list like this would be to just cut all of the sagas and just bring in Ghost Quarter and Bojuka Bog, just to keep our amount of lands at a reasonable number. But yeah, this is obviously not good against Blood Moon. So yeah, doubters, you once again, doubters. Once again, the doubters have been rewarded. Once again, the doubters have been rewarded. That's cool though. That's cool. Wait, is that a bug? Is Bloodman not supposed to destroy this? It's not a bug? Oh, okay. So it's just how it's supposed to work. Yeah, okay. So if that's just how it's supposed to work, it's just what it is, you know. So like it's fine. It says sacrifice after 3 though, so I guess it would need to do with some like the actual rules text of how sagas work, I guess. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. For this league, I'm gonna play another one though, because this deck is obviously complete and absolute gasoline, so I'm obviously going to play another league. But thank you so much for watching this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it, because I sure as hell did. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video, folks. Bye bye.